Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the street. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ian Alleyne. This is Crime Watch, and we are back, top of the evening. Somebody just asked me, where did you get this bell from? A lot of you want to know the story about this bell. Let me tell you the story about this bell. Many years ago, my good friend, Dr. Clark Joseph, I call him, we remember Dr. Clark, but Dr. Clark Joseph, a photographer of him, great guy, great doctor. He's attached among to my good friend. And we were just chatting, and he said, I think I was going to another station from TV6. I was on to CNC3, and he said, why don't you get a bell? Like when you come on, like, like people come to do business and like, hello. And I was like, that is a good idea. And I think Clark bought this bell for me. If I can recall, I think Clark, you bought this bell for me. Yeah, my good friend, Dr. Clark Joseph. And because I was just thinking, because everybody keep asking, when you come and you press this bell, okay? Pow. Yeah. What I want to tell you, I can't tell you. That is what I want to tell you. What I want to tell you, I can't tell you. But don't beat up. Take what I tell you, don't beat up. Somebody asked me, what kind of mood am I in right now? I say, what I want to say, I can't say. What I want to say, I can't say. But you see, timing is everything. Watch and watch me well. Yeah? Just watch and watch me well. Just watch and watch me well. 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 You ask yourself, borders opening, everything opening. But the borders only opening to bring the Chinese workers in. Yeah, the borders only opening, ladies and gentlemen, to bring the Chinese workers. You all know that? Yeah? You have that, lady? Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking that, that it is just to bring the Chinese workers in. So that's why they're opening borders and whatnot. But other than that, and boy, shit. Remember he said that Chinese, that you're going to get 200,000 from China. And also the last COVAX shipment, July, 33,600 mid-July. I am just thinking, yeah. I am just thinking, and I want to tell you this today, yeah. I want to tell you this today. You see, sometimes in life, you have to stand up for what is right, yeah. And you see when people in power, when a government in power, listen to me. There are a lot of persons who come on television every day, and there are a lot of people that speak out and whatnot. But I am sad to say, the most targeted speaker. Sad to say. Maybe as a result of my following. My following is very, very large. It's larger than any other media personnel in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is why I'm so hated. That's why when you want to, when you really want something to go live and you really want to see the power of Ian Alleyne, let me go live and you will see. But at the end of the day, you become a target. Government hates you. This one, everybody hates you. But there's a price to pay. But I'm standing here today to tell you, I ready to pay the price, you know. But nobody going to hot up my head. I tell you that. And let me tell you something. I know why I'm in this mood, you know. Rowley, I will tell you this on national television today. Don't mess with my bread and butter. That's all I can tell you. Do not play with my bread and butter. That is all I will tell this government. Don't play with my bread and butter. I'll become a different person. Yeah. That's all I can say. Do not play with my bread and butter. And this is a clear and a statement directed to the government, headed by the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley. I am saying this to you on national television. The world is watching, and I know why I tell you that today. Do not play with my bread and butter. That is all I have to tell you. That is all I have to say. And you know exactly what I mean by that. You know exactly what I mean by that. You know exactly what I mean by that. You know exactly today, dated 29th of June, you know exactly why I stand today and I say that. And I tell you that today on national television. Do not play with my bread and butter. That's all I have to tell you. That's all I have to tell you. This small place, imagine 11 people dead today. That is Tuesday. You have 185 confirmed cases, 5 persons dead. Monday. Saturday, you had 9 persons. Sunday, you had 17 persons. Friday, you had 16 persons. Last week, Thursday, you had 7 persons. Yeah. Last week, Wednesday, you had 7 persons. Last week, Tuesday, you had 14 persons. Last week, Monday, you had 10 persons. Last week, Sunday, you had 5 persons. Last week, Saturday, you had 19 persons. Between the Saturday and that Monday, you had 34 persons. Last week, Tuesday, we had 14 persons. This Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, this Tuesday, 11 persons. Nothing are going down, you know. Nothing are going down. And when you speak out, there's a price to pay. I will tell you something here. I'm not going to pay that price. Nobody going to muzzle me. Nobody going to muzzle me from speaking all the truth in this country. That's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. And the rest will speak for itself. The rest to come will speak for itself. That is all I have to say. I am a very nice fella. Don't come wrong my bread and butter. That's all I can tell you. You seen times like this? Don't play with a man who has nothing to lose. Eh? That is all I have to say. Don't play with a man who have nothing to lose. Nothing. Nothing. Don't play with my bread and butter. And I keep saying it again. I know why I'm saying it. I don't want to become a different person. That is all. The show will continue now. The show will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, approval has been granted for the administration of SINOPHARM COVID-19 vaccine to breastfeeding women. This according to the Director of Women's Health, Dr. ADESH SIRJUSINGH, who said the decision was made on Sunday to allow these women to receive the SINOPHARM vaccine. Remember, the SINOPHARM vaccine is from China. However, they will not be able to receive the Oxford AstraZeneca. Speaking at the health briefing on Monday, Dr. SIRJUSINGH revealed that almost 130 pregnant women have contracted the COVID-19. So they have approximately 130 pregnant women who have contracted COVID-19 since March the 21st. This brings the total number of pregnant women to be infected to 170 since the pandemic began last year. Dr. SIRJUSINGH said 10 of these pregnant patients have ended up in ICU. Go ahead.
All that we have granted is strictly for the use of the SINOPHARM vaccine if you are breastfeeding and you have the opportunity to get vaccinated if you are in one of those high-risk groups as we roll the vaccines out. So this includes healthcare workers, persons who work in the services, the public services, frontline personnel, manufacturing, and so on as it's rolled out. So if you're breastfeeding and you happen to be in that group, you're allowed to be vaccinated with the SINOPHARM vaccine.
Yeah, but what you don't know, Doc, is what's going on in China, what's going on in the world with respect to. Okay. No, but Doc, me I'm asking you because I know you. I know you, and you know me. I know you, and you know me. So I'm mashing you up. But I'm just telling you what's going on in the world out there now. I mean, you have a distinguished career. You're a known person. You work with a lot of great people. I don't want to mention their names on television, but you know that I know. But I need to tell you, I saw an article, a very interesting article that has been all over, that is circulating all over the world right now with respect to SINOPHARM. Go ahead.
The question that is getting bigger by the day: are Chinese vaccines failing? Beijing may not accept it. The World Health Organization may not accept it. Even the countries receiving Chinese shots may not accept it due to diplomatic restraints. But the failing efficacy of made-in-China shots is too obvious to ignore. In Indonesia, doctors who received Sinovac have become patients. Hundreds of them have tested positive despite full vaccination, and tens of them have lost their lives. And then we have countries like the Seychelles, Bahrain and Mongolia, where the infections are rising despite half of their populations being fully vaccinated. All these countries mostly relied on Chinese vaccines, and now they're being forced to ask some serious questions. Some of them should be directed at the World Health Organization too. Our next report tells you why.
Indonesia is battling a resurgent virus. The Delta variant has triggered a crisis. The caseload has skyrocketed. The death toll is soaring. And the failing efficacy of a certain vaccine has triggered outrage. China's Sinovac. In August 2020, Indonesia signed a multi-billion-dollar deal for 50 million doses of Sinovac. 10 months on, the made-in-China shot has triggered a crisis. On the receiving end are Indonesia's doctors. At least 20 doctors have died despite being fully vaccinated with Sinovac. 10 of them died this month. And 31 other cases of doctor deaths are being investigated. Indonesia's health workers are alarmed. Around 90% of Indonesian doctors, 160,000 in total, have been vaccinated with the Chinese shot. Most of them are ending up sick. In the town of Kudus, 358 medical workers have tested positive in a 2-week span. In central Java, 300 vaccinated doctors have been infected in 1 month. The health system is close to collapse. Questions are being raised on the Chinese-made shot. But Indonesia is not the only country seeking answers. Several countries that relied on Chinese vaccines now regret their decision. China has sold a total of 792 million doses to 43 countries.
See, how much countries? How much countries? Just go back to that a little bit at 2 seconds before that.
Regret their decision. China has sold a total of 792 million doses to 43 countries. Out of these, 25 million doses have been donated, and 302 million doses have been delivered. In Mongolia, 52% of the population has been vaccinated, mostly with China's Sinopharm shots. On Sunday, it recorded 2,400 new infections, a quadrupling from a month before. In the Seychelles, 64% of the population has been fully vaccinated, making it the most vaccinated country in the
Let me
world.
tell you something, yeah? You see all this cheap vaccine and all this thing that we taking, you see all this, we'll pay a price for this, you know. Outside in the world, they don't want it. America don't want it. And you know what's the worst part about it? We have the money to buy proper vaccines. You know, when Venezuela secured, I think it was how much millions of dollars to buy, is the AstraZeneca? The AstraZeneca. And they say they don't want it. Imagine Maduro say he don't want it. He said if one should die, nah, I don't want nobody come and kill my people. And I looked at him differently there because he put his people first. We are taking all sorts of things out there. We are taking vaccine from here. The thing almost expired. It's like we are taking things that people don't want no more. We are living on hand-me-down. You know, there's a saying in this country, hand-me-down. I taking hand-me-down thing. It's like people wearing clothes and they're giving it, and when they're done wear it, and then they give it to you. Hand-me-down thing. You're when used thing. And it's sad that we have reached that stage. We have enough money here to buy Pfizer, and that is what this, and you know, that is what Rowley and them, that is what they wouldn't take that. They wouldn't take the SINOPHARM. They wouldn't do that. But Pfizer was able to sneak into this country unknowingly to anybody. And when he marked boss, everybody said they know nothing about that. But Pfizer came for the best. Pfizer came to the group of people on top. While we had to take the rejects, while we had to take what was about to expire. That is what we had to take. Because we're taking 200,000 from China, the SINOPHARM. Imagine we take a loan of 200 million from them. So we borrow money from them to buy the vaccine, yet we cannot say how much money we're paying for the vaccine. That is not racket. And non-disclosure, that is not racket, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me, what is that? You tell me today, what is that? You're hearing all kind of thing. You're hearing because I can show you in clip 20. This is what he said on Saturday.
And listen to this, the normal curfew. Remember I told you last time that this weekend that we are finishing here would be the last weekend of the abnormal curfew. So come next weekend, the curfew starts at 9 o'clock.
Sorry, I mixed it up. Clip 2. Go ahead.
I can tell you, as I did mention before, that we are close to confirmation of shipping of another dose of SINOPHARM vaccines from China, which should be here in the early part of July and approximating upwards of 200,000 doses. We also have confirmation of a shipment of COVAX from the COVAX, which would be our last COVAX committed shipment to take us to the 100,000 doses that we had been allocated in the beginning. Initially, we all thought we'd get 100,000 doses up front, but because of the vaccine unavailability and the inequity that has been going on.
You know the government only paid for 100,000 in COVAX. You know that, right? All they took was 100,000 because they had from up in front. They make up their mind they was going to beg everybody, beg up the islands, down the islands, take what people didn't want and bring it here, just for these people not to take the money that they have to spend it on the citizens of this country. Yeah. Now you're hearing, ladies and gentlemen, the Delta variant. You're hearing about the Delta variant. We're hearing about cases. It has not been confirmed, yet everybody is denying it. Everybody's denying it. But anything is possible in Trinidad. But I tell you today, we'll pay a price for the cheap vaccine. We'll pay a price for these almost expired things. We will pay a price for that. We will pay a price for that. And they wouldn't pay. The government will not pay. The people will pay. The poor people will pay. Because they don't have money to jump on a plane to go and take a vaccine outside there. They can't rent a jet to go and take a vaccine outside there. Like Paris Ram was explaining about the Delta on Sunday in clip 10.
Just to remind everyone, so there are 4 variants of concern right now. So there's Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta. As you would have known them before, they have been renamed. Alpha is the B117, which is a UK variant. There's Beta, which is the South African variant. There's Gamma, which is known as P1, which is a Brazilian variant, and Delta, which is the Indian variant. So in terms of what a variant of concern basically has 2 main issues that can occur with it, as apart from the initial lineage, which is the transmissibility, meaning the way it's to spread from one person to the next, and of course the severity of it. For Delta variant in particular, there are studies in Japan that would suggest that it's 1.23% more transmissible than the Alpha variant, which is basically more transmissible than the original lineage. So when you put it in terms of R0, which is the number of persons a virus can spread to, the original Wuhan lineage would have been able to spread 1 person going to 2.3 people. The Alpha variant, possibly the P1 variant, going to 5 persons, the 1 person to 5 persons. The Delta variant can go anywhere between 1 person transmitting up to 8 persons from 1 individual. So it's much more transmissible. Studies out of Singapore say that it actually can cause more hospitalization, greater need for oxygen, and greater need for ICU care. So it's more transmissible, and it's thought to be more severe. Therefore, of course, it's more deadly as you go forward. So it's a very concerning trend.
Yeah, but you see, they explain all about the Delta variant. But why they come out and tell the nation what is the SINOPHARM and tell them what's going on with the SINOPHARM all over the world right now? How countries don't want it. Come out and tell them this. There's just 1.4 million people in this country, you know. I saw, ladies and gentlemen, that the opposition walked out of Parliament today. They walked out. Opposition walked out of Parliament during the Constitutional Amendment Tobago Self-Government Bill today. Their decision stemmed from the Prime Minister being allowed to speak for 2 segments of 60 minutes during the debate on the bill. Leader of the government business allowed Dr. Keith Rowley to speak on her behalf for an hour before a request was made for him to be allowed another hour to speak. Opposition member Rujanath Inder Singh immediately raised issues with the decision, saying there was no agreement for extensions to speaking times. Speaking outside of the Red House, the UNC leader Kamala Prasad-Bissessar reiterated that there was supposed to be no extensions. Asked about the bill failing without opposition support, she said government will have to decide on the next option. So what they are saying now is that there no time. Rowley spoke for 2 hours and there was no time for extension. He never had the speaking time was never extended. But what you expect? What exactly you all expect? So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. So the opposition leader was speaking outside of Parliament today. Go to that.
Doing this in front of MPs, right? In front of MPs. How are you?
Trying to live in lockdown.
Good, eh? Yeah. Keep security? Yep. Your mic? Yeah. I'm way too close, huh?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I've been in this parliament more years than many of you have reached an age. And it's the first time I've seen such a blatant abuse of the practice and procedure of the House of Representatives. We have started off yesterday with a motion to waive the standing orders with respect to speaking time. The Leader of Government Business moved in the House a motion requesting that the speaking time of members be changed. Firstly, for the first speaker to have 90 minutes.
2 hours.
Sorry, 2 hours. 2 hours. For the second speaker in response, 2 hours. Thereafter, one speaker for 90 minutes. Thereafter, a response for 90 minutes. Thereafter, another speaker, 60 minutes. Thereafter, another speaker, 60 minutes. And after that, everybody else, 20 minutes each. The imperative words and most important are with no extensions. So the ground rules were set yesterday, which I think was still in breach of standing orders, but they have the majority, so they changed the speaking times. In the middle of a lockdown, in the middle of a state of emergency, when all the time they had truncated speaking time for members, reduced the average normal time, original times, they'd reduced it, but yesterday came to give this 2 hours and 2 hours and so on. So we were locked down in the house for 2 days, about 2 days, in debate. That is not all well and good. But I think the last straw came today when the Prime Minister, who seems mortally afraid of speaking and allowing a member of the opposition to speak after him, that he usurped the role of the mover of the motion, Camille, who would have been the person to close the debate, and with the 60 minutes allotted.
But bottom line is that he was not supposed to do that. He can't do that. And he did it. All right, I know, just to put it in a nutshell, is that the opposition walked out of Parliament during the Constitutional Amendment Tobago Self-Governance Bill today. Their decision stemmed from the Prime Minister being allowed to speak for 2 segments of 60 minutes during the debate on the bill. The Leader of Government Business allowed Dr. Keith Rowley to speak on our behalf for an hour before a request was made for him to allow another hour to speak. That's it. So just to bring that to your attention. So that's what's going on in our Parliament right now, when you, the people, have nothing to eat, you're starving, all kind of thing happening to you right now. You know, you're paying your mountain right now, tomorrow is mountain. You're hiding from your landlord. Your landlord coming in, and while he's coming in, you're ducking so. Yeah, when you see you're taking out the light, you make sure you're going home late in night so he wouldn't brace you. So he might be living upstairs. So when you're driving and you're coming late, as you get up in the morning, if you're getting up 6 o'clock, you're leaving 5 o'clock. Because that's what you have to do, because you have nothing to tell him, what you going to tell him, and you have no work. So whole are you driving around, maybe you park up somewhere, you're sad. That is what people are going through right now. That is what people are going through. I mean, people like myself come out and talk. It's all kind of antics thing, it's all kind of price. So even look at what they're doing in the Parliament. And that is against the standing orders of the Parliament. And look what they're doing. Let's take a fast break. I have a video to show you when I come back.
Perfect.
We at SNS Prasad know the struggle and fears of our beloved customers during this time. To guarantee the safety of our customers and employees, we have implemented routine cleaning of all our station, lanes, trolleys, and baskets. Security to ensure observation of COVID protocols and sanitizing stations throughout the grocery. We ensure our shelves are always fully stocked with a wide variety of cooking, cleaning, household, and clothing items to meet the need of your treasured family. For your convenience and safety, you can call and collect through curbside pickup or get one of our to-go bags containing the basic necessities. Or even better, place an order for your groceries and we'll have it delivered to your doorstep, where we accept both cash and licks. SNS Prasad, Rio Claro, and My Arrow, we are here for you.
The two store at Lachlan and Deacons. It's where you'll find only the best of brands. Household, garden, automotive, plus more. You'll find it all, you'll find it at the tool store. At the tool store, it's only tools, boys.
New Eyewear presents its luxury eyewear collection. Come and see some of the biggest brands in the eyewear industry. Versace, Nike, Nine West, Coach, Michael Kors, Ray-Ban and much more. Get great specials and promos every day. Pre-selected frame with special brand purchases. Get digital customized lenses with nano film anti-glare coatings and transition lenses. Situated at 91D Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. Call 672-5052 or 390-3196. Conditions apply.
Liberty Medical Center, a breakthrough in healthcare. We offer general practitioner and ultrasound services starting at $99. Our highly trained staff provides expert advice with specialists in endocrinology, diabetes, dermatology, and gynecology. General practitioners are available for all your medical needs. We offer x-rays, ultrasound, ECG, and full laboratory facilities to aid in your diagnosis and follow-up care. Also visit our in-house pharmacy. Call 610-4562 or visit 154 Pointe-a-Pierre Road, San Fernando. Liberty Medical Center, where your health is our mission.
St. Rose Funeral Services. We don't just say we care, we show that we care. 24/7 removal services, international shipping and embalming, pre-planned funeral arrangements with complete burial or cremation, locally made caskets and coffins customized for your loved ones, wreath, floral arrangements, programs, prayer cards and mourners vehicles, maxi or car, all provided for your family's comfort. When you're leaving, leave in style. St. Rose Funeral Services, number 5 Bazalan Street, Tunapuna, 645-1075, 337-9686. Allow us to honor your family members.
Are you embarrassed by excessive hair loss, itchy flaky scalp, receding hairline, teenage and adult cystic acne, open pores, all scar marks, puffy dark eye circles, age spots, black lips, psoriasis, eczema or dermatitis? Do you want to get rid of deep lines and wrinkles, stretch marks, cellulite and discoloration around the neck, arms and between the legs? For a professional consultation and a microscopic analysis with Miss Bagan, who has over 30 years of experience, call 673-7418 now.
Build collagen, hydrate and nourish your skin with Organifi Gold. This 100% vegan superfood with 13 ingredients aids in the production and maintenance of collagen, resulting in more youthful, clear glow. Aloe vera, coconut water, camu fruit and pomegranate are some of the ingredients which hydrate your skin and produce collagen. Available at pharmacies nationwide, or contact Gradient Health and Fitness, the sole distributor for Organifi in TNT today. RDK Welding and Fabricating is your only choice for windows, gates, handrails and more. We have expert craftsmen on hand to fabricate any design with the highest grade materials at affordable prices. Check out our latest sale on heavy duty security steel doors. Visit us next to the Diwali Nagar in Chaguanas or call 317-2236 or 719-0115 to speak with a sales rep. RDK Welding and Fabricating Limited, the king in fabricating.
We at SNS Prasad know the struggle and fears of our beloved customers during this time. To guarantee the safety of our customers and employees, we have implemented routine cleaning of all our station, lanes, trolleys, and baskets. Security to ensure observation of COVID protocols and sanitizing stations throughout the grocery. We ensure our shelves are always fully stocked with a wide variety of cooking, cleaning, household, and clothing items to meet the needs of your treasured family. For your convenience and safety, you can call and collect through curbside pickup or get one of our to-go bags containing the basic necessities. Or even better, place an order for your groceries and we'll have it delivered to your doorstep, where we accept both cash and licks. SNS Prasad, Rio Claro, and My Arrow, we are here for you.
Thanks, Donna, for sending me that information. Donna was just telling me that, my good friend Donna, she was just telling me today marks 2 months. Today is 2 months since restaurants have closed. 2 months and they have been out of a job. 2 months today since he decided to close restaurant. But look at from then to now. Have we seen a reduction in anything? Have we seen a reduction? Could you get back that document I sent you? I sent you to the where before the state of emergency, before the curfew and whatnot, before April. Could we get that? I just want to show you because it's 2 months today. You know, it's 2 months today. Look at it. No, not this. You know what I'm talking about? It's a document we had where you saw the SOE. Do we have it? Huh? No, it's not that. It's not that. Open up the lines, you know. Just look straight for me, please. Yeah, it's that. Just imagine. I'll just show you this, huh? Between May the 16th and 19th, June the 19th, like the ending of June, we had 14,000 deaths, 14,000 cases, 14,258 cases, 447 deaths. Between April and between April the 15th and just before he sent SOE and he locked down everybody, right? He locked down everybody. All that time restaurant closed down. It had 7,221 and the deaths was 126. I'm just showing you, it makes no sense. And what they're doing, they're opening the borders, you know what? In time for Chinese to come in, to start work on the airport, work on different government projects. So they're not opening a border for you, you know. He's not opening a border for you. And just to let you know, because I know some of you confused with the walkout and saying, well, okay. But I have a little video to show you where Camille Regis Robinson said that the time wouldn't be extended to nobody and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden she said, well, I will talk less and I will give the Prime Minister more time. And it's craziness. And this is why the opposition, this is what they're doing in Parliament. Again, they're even bullying the opposition now. Look at this clip. This tells you everything about the walkout, sorry.
Report of the Joint Select Committee appointed to consider and report on the Constitution Amendment Tobago Self-Government Bill 2020 only. The speaking time be as follows. The mover and first responder for 2 hours maximum. A maximum of 1 speaker on each side for 90 minutes. A maximum of 2 speakers on each side for 60 minutes. All other speakers 20 minutes. And the mover in reply 60 minutes. All with no extensions. Thank you very much, ma'am.
60 minutes have now been spent.
If I may, sorry. Given the importance of this matter and given the fact that I ceded my time in order for the Prime Minister to close and to make his presentation, I beg to move that the Prime Minister be given 60 more minutes to complete. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Immediately in... Could I get your clarification, Madam Speaker?
Member for Vancouver South, I see you are acting as whip. I know you are a very senior member, and you know these sort of procedural motions are put without debate.
Yes, you see what went on? You see? You see the attitude, you see the approach of somebody from Canada now tell me. They said, this is what the person said from Canada. And I want to put it up. They said that, hold on, I want to put it up. Hi, you're right, Ian. That vaccine will kill those old people out. Maybe that's the plan, why they want only use the Chinese vaccine with the old people. This is what someone sent me. Nalini, do you have it? I just sent it to you. Go ahead. It's really, really terrible. I'm just showing you the crop screen someone sent me a while ago. This is it here. In fact, Ian, you're right. The vaccine will kill those old people, and maybe they. Now, this is someone just sent me from Canada, yeah, and this is what Canada gives to them. This is what Canada gives to the people, the Pfizer. I'm just showing you outside here. We have that clip there, that crop screen I just sent you. Go ahead. That's it. Pfizer by, oh, look at it. I'm just showing you. This is official government, Manitoba government, COVID-19 immunization for system. If there are errors of the information, please check. But at the end of the day, look what's going on in Canada. So I'm just showing you, but it's only we taking the Chinese thing down here, because remember, we taking almost expired, we taking expired, we taking anything now. We are taking anything now. And boy, I tell you, this place is so crazy here. Imagine today's 2 months in, this man closed restaurant, and like this man have no intentions, absolutely no intentions of opening back this place, you know. Absolutely no intentions. He spoke about the border, a little bit about the border opening on clip 17. Go to it.
Prime Minister, how has, if at all, CAL's downsizing affected the opening of the borders?
It has not. CAL's capacity to operate has been determined by CAL. CAL has looked at the situation, and the airline has restructured itself in a particular way. You just remember that 80% of the staff is still there. I think that's a figure that I'm familiar with. So I know we focus on how empty the glass is, but how full it is also important. CAL will still have 80% of its staff, and it will also have a significant amount of its equipment. And they have made the decision as to how they will function with an open border.
Look at that here. He said CAL will be 80%, operating with 80%. Is it 20? You know what's going to happen, right? So there's 400, remember, 350 to 400 people going home, all them junior pilot, all of them going home. And look how no conscience here, no conscience. They're taking bread from people's mouth. No conscience. Yet all this going on, but airport moving in Tobago as normal, you know. The airport building in Tobago, everything on track, you know. Everything on track, because big airlines and whatnot will fly to Tobago, you know. That's what they want, you know. All them big airlines and whatnot flying to Tobago. And then other airlines, you will see how, watch and see. Watch and see the role the Chinese airline will play in Trinidad and Tobago. Mark my word here. I tell you, watch me, I already smell a rat and I don't know what's going on already. Watch and see. Watch and see. If all you feel, all you have to learn, watch me. If all you feel, we have to learn Spanish, well, watch me. All you got to say, Nija. Take what I tell all you. Because just now, partner, just now, the role Chinese playing, the Chinese and them playing in Trinidad, and the role this government giving them, boy, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So all the borders opening and saying that 80% CAL will be ready with 80% and whatnot. But with the other 20%, the other 20% don't have nothing to eat. The other 20% going home. Money that's done, you know. If you don't have a source of income, money that's done. You can give somebody 20,000 now and they can be happy. But by Christmas, they're done. If they have children to mind, if they have food to buy, car to maintain, every day you're going with your little links card and you pull out 1,000. You pull out 5. You remember what you have putting in nothing, you know. But you're only taking out the money might look good. Send them home, yeah, I'll give them money, but the money go down. Just like what happened to the carny workers and them. When they got the VSEP and whatnot. You know what's carny workers, they get their money, they fix their house, they do things. And they said, but watch me, when the money done, they have to work taxi. You know how much former carny workers I know get murdered on the road? Working in a taxi, with and those days B14 just came out. Yeah, you remember that? No, it's B14 or B13? B13 just came out, yeah? Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch.
Hi, Ian. Good evening. How are you? This is Mr. Sawgrass here. I met you in Sawgrass Mall. I just want to say to you clearly, you were very right when you said that the former ambassador for the United States, Joseph Mandela, said... Get
that from me. Hold a second. Get that from me, Lady, by time. Go ahead.
Yes, he made a statement saying that the U.S. is the past, but China is the future. I want you to pay attention to that, and I also want to say to you, I'm not going to keep you, pay attention to the non-disclosure with the Boeing MAX 8 that Caribbean Airline is negotiating. They're going to come and tell you NDA, but that whole car thing is a whole hoax, so you just pay attention to it.
WhatsApp me
Take
on
care, man.
2944081. 2944081, right?
All right.
WhatsApp me. Just put Sawgrass. Oh yeah, but you had Sawgrass.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Take care.
what time I had reached? I think I had reached. I never run Sawgrass, so Sawgrass was closing, and they had even the Jimmy Choo store behind.
Yes.
Boy, and I think 9:15, and I reached my door 13 minutes past 9. And some seconds, I want to open the door now, please. But you're all right,
Okay,
you're all
yeah.
right. But everything open up by you.
Everything. All Plantation, Sunrise, Oak Street, everything. All in Fort Lauderdale, all those places.
Aventura open up also?
Aventura is open also and doing very well. All downtown Miami, everything.
Oh my God. Thank
All
you
right?
again. Thank you.
You too. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
See, when I go away, I meet people. Yeah, you see that thing with the interview with the former ambassador played for me. Hear what he said about Chinese. Go ahead.
Hey, thank you for having me. Good to see you once again back here on Long Island. So I guess to start off here, tell us about what it was like on those Twin Islands serving as the ambassador. What is the role? What was the situation there on the ground?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, the weather there is beautiful. And it always is between, I would say, 80 and 90 degrees. And it's a very enjoyable place to be. The government, however, I'll get right to the point, is definitely not looking at the United States the way they should. And I have to say it, I have to be completely blunt about it, because they had, in fact, their prime minister, his name is Keith Rowley, although a nice gentleman, made a statement to the paper that the United States was Trinidad's partner of the past, and that China is their partner of the future. And that seems to be the thought in the minds of many of the Caribbean island chieftains, so to speak. And that's something we have to be very, very wary of, because we spend so much time fighting among ourselves. And I learned this when I got away, fighting among ourselves here in New York and Nassau County, that sometimes we forget that there's a rest of the world and that they are taking things very seriously. And you've got China, who wants to be the number one country in the world, and we're in their way. And frankly speaking, it's something we have to be very concerned with. I'm not getting this from reports I'm receiving here in New York, but this is my experience when I was in Trinidad and Tobago, and in my conversations with other ambassadors in the Caribbean area. And you've got Russia, Iran, you've got China, all coming into places like Venezuela, which is only 6.7 miles from Trinidad, and they are making inroads in these countries. And
let me ask you, because, there's a perception that when a new president comes into office, obviously career diplomats are going to get some of the big ambassadorships, but some of these others get handed out. And they say, look, Mandela got this cushy job on an island. He's probably sitting in the sand, loving life. Doesn't sound like that's really the role. Talk about being an ambassador there then in a country where the leadership doesn't necessarily love America.
I wish it was the way you formally described it. I would have liked to sit in the sand, but no, it was more than that. There are a lot of issues there. There are a lot of issues. It's a country that really made its mark in the oil industry, as I'm sure you're aware, and that they have a little bit of agriculture, and they've depended on the United States for many years, and the United States has done very well by them. But they are at the point now where they take us very much for granted, and so there's a real pushing and shoving regarding who's going to really have the biggest influence on the governmental officials in Trinidad and Tobago, and the reason for that is frankly the Chinese coming in and doing a lot of things. They think they're giving something away, but they don't give anything away for nothing. The Chinese don't do that.
So you're down there. You're in the middle of your role now as an ambassadorship. It's a new role for you, obviously. And then this global pandemic hits. So now,
you see what's going on? You see what's going on? So when they say America was sending vaccine here, You see what's going on? How Mandela, former Ambassador Mandela, he is not here, but they are fully aware. And don't matter what administration comes, Mandela was Trump administration, now they have Biden administration here. But the baton is always passed on. It's passed on. They don't start afresh. Whatever information they gathered years ago under Trump administration as an ambassador, it stays here and they build on that in Washington. So whatever information the new administration comes and whoever they send here, they will build on what Mandela did. Yeah, it's like that. And you see how he said that they don't have a good relationship. And he even spoke about the Chinese. So, and look at us, we're borrowing money from China. We're taking the vaccine, to buy vaccine from them. We're opening borders to bring them in, yeah? You're bringing them in. We even give them their own day and time to go and take the vaccine by the heliport. You remember that? Look at the video here. By the heliport. Look at it here. Go ahead. How long again? Look at them. We give them a time. We give them a time in the old heliport, and that is where the Chinese nationals and them, they went and took their vaccine privately. And that is why we opened the borders for them. And that is what Mandela is speaking about, our relation. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, everything that is not right internationally, Rowley is doing, this government is doing. And that is why we are suffering today. That is why we are in this predicament today. That is why we living on handout. We living on hand-me-down. Let me tell you, the best thing that can happen right now is a private company somewhere in Trinidad to bring the Pfizer and we take it. I tell you that. That is the best thing that can happen right now. And whoever bring it, if we have to do what we have to do, we got to buy it. Because we can't wait for them. We cannot wait for them. And that is why you must be asking, don't get bitter with the US. Because when they ask the US, is sending nothing here for us. Because they know what he is doing. They know what he's doing. They know what he's doing. He even talk about the Chinese involvement, the government and involved, because they're making headways in the Caribbean. They're making headways, and that is of great concern. And yet we choose to align and have talks and this and that and this and that and borrow money from them and buy vaccine from them, open up the border for them. They open it up for your mother, they open up for your father, they open up for your sister abroad who can't get exemption, who can't come back on a repatriation flight, but they open it up for the Chinese. And they vex with the ambassador for that. They vex with him, and that is why we pay the ultimate price today. We can't get a vaccine, we can't open up, we can't do this, you can't go to work. Because why? Because of how they're doing their business. But if I have plenty of money, I give a hoot about what you say about me. If my pocket full and every day I collect, I have money, and my salary never cut. You could talk and cry. Shogunas could cry, Tom could cry, Bitam could cry, Silas could cry, Arima could cry, Grandi could cry, Debe could cry, Ikakas could cry, San Fernando could cry, the projects could cry, or they could fall on the ground and bawl. We don't business. Because you know why? We have it. We have money in our pocket. All that big in our sense. Watch what's going on. When we come back, I'll tell you about a murder that took place.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
RDK Welding and Fabricating is your only choice for windows, gates, handrails and more. We have expert craftsmen on hand to fabricate any design with the highest grade materials at affordable prices. Check out our latest sale on heavy duty security steel doors. Visit us next to the Diwali Nagar Shigunas or call 317-2236 or 719-0115 to speak with a sales rep. RDK Welding and Fabricating Limited, the king in fabricating.
Santana boy, you can pick me up. Where you? By Racetrack Wheels. Boy, I went inside and I lose my mind. It's the best in brand name rims and high performance tires for so I make my name.
We at SNS Prasad know the struggle and fears of our beloved customers during this time. To guarantee the safety of our customers and employees, we have implemented routine cleaning of all our station, lanes, trolleys, and baskets. Security to ensure observation of COVID protocols and sanitizing stations throughout the grocery. We ensure our shelves are always fully stocked with a wide variety of cooking, cleaning, household, and clothing items to meet the need of your treasured family. For your convenience and safety, you can call and collect through curbside pickup or get one of our to-go bags containing the basic necessities. Or even better, place an order for your groceries and we'll have it delivered to your doorstep, where we accept both cash and licks. SNS Prasad, Rio Claro, and My Arrow, we are here for you.
Local store at Lachlan and Degan's. It's where you'll find only the best of brands. Household, garden, automotive, plus more. You'll find it all, you'll find it at the Tools Store. At the Tools Store, it's only Tools, boys.
Rami, pepper sauce, oh how you taste so good and we want more. Rami, pepper sauce, oh how you taste so good and we want more. 3 flavors, spicy soca, reviver, perfect blend of flavor. Spicy soca, reviver, perfect blend of flavor. Rami, pepper sauce, the perfect blend of flavor.
It's your journey, our passion at Brandtech. Visit us today at number 10 Londonville Main Road, Montrose, Chaguanas, or contact us at 672-8575. Now open on Saturdays.
Stuff and Drugs now open at Heartland Plaza in Chaguanas' First World Drugstore with best prices on drugs, vitamins, toiletries, stationery, grocery items, baby products, and more. We also carry British Parliament Hilden water, Mara beans imported directly from Italy, bottled Nexium, Allegra, Zyrtec, gourmet foods and snacks, a selection of products not offered by any other pharmacy in Trinidad. So visit us today.
Mentioning to me, and it's so true. You know, Sri Lanka borrowed money to build their port, borrowed money from China, and they could with their port and whatnot. I think it was the port, and do you know they couldn't pay back China? And you know China take over the people port. You know about that? Take over the people port, you know? Yeah. Sri Lanka lost their port to the Chinese and them. You know, also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a special thank you to International Tiles, Carpet and Rugs. They sent 50 hampers and 50 hampers water for me. I want to thank Pennywise. I want to thank a good Samaritan today that gave me 100. But as it comes, it goes. Now, what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try to make arrangements. Somebody's going to call you. You know, the numbers to text, right? And to give you your hamper. But anyhow, I'm working on something, but we need more support with respect to hampers. Also, Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith announced that he will reapply for the police commissioner post and thank his haters, who he said inspired him to continue the job. Gary, you're a handful. You're really a handful, but you know you're my good friend. You know that. All right, so Gary say he's coming back. He's going to reapply. Yeah, I support him 101%. All right, let's go with Gary.
As I stated, I am an independent man, and so after speaking to my wife, she has given me permission to state that I intend to reapply for the post of Commissioner of Police. In fact, I wish to thank the Haiti Police Squad. I wish to thank those who spent the last 3 years attacking me. It is because of you that you have strengthened me. You have strengthened my resolve to reapply. Because there has to be some good reason why it is you hate Gary Griffith and hate the police service so much. And it's definitely not to the benefits of the country. So for you all who so badly wanted to see me out, I wish to thank you for helping me make my decision in me reapplying. If you could be so desperate to attack me every few days, and now even my family, I certainly would not give you the opportunity if I can. It shows there's a strong underground element in this country that want me out, and I will not give you that opportunity to destroy the country if I can. My family definitely is made of sterner stuff. To all the citizens here, I know the easy route when things are hard is to walk away, to surrender, to retreat, especially when you're in a ring and being hit. Headshot.
All right, so you realize what's going on. Gary said he got he's an independent man, but he got permission of his wife to reapply. Gary, you're really good. You're good. Also, happy birthday to Dishti. Happy birthday to you, Dishti. You're 10 years old today. I wish you all the best. You know, we are working hard in this country. People like myself and others, making sure that you have a safe tomorrow. And that is why we work, to make sure that you can see many more years, and we can make Trinidad great again. We're going to make Trinidad great again. Also, police are investigating the murder which took place in La HORQUETTA this morning. A man identified as Stitchy was gunned down at Phase 5 La HORQUETTA on Tuesday, 29th of June. According to reports, residents have heard several explosions, and upon investigating, they observed the victim bullet-riddled body. The police and paramedics were notified. And also, ladies and gentlemen, 2 close relatives are the main suspect of the disappearance of Khadija Flamont. 2 close relatives of the main suspect in the disappearance of Khadija Flamont has been detained. According to a news article, a man and an 18-year-old woman from Taradale near St. Madeleine, the 2 were held yesterday, were assisting police from Homicide Bureau in Region 3 with investigation up to this evening. Remember, this young lady has gone missing since, it's been a while now, since June the 7th. Also, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who wish to continue to support me with the hamper drive, please, I'm asking you, 100 is not even enough. 2, we have sent out thousands and thousands and thousands, but I need more. People are hungry. Chinese coming. But we hungry in Trinidad. What's that? Border open, all kind of thing. We're going to try. So California, what's going on? People were hamper. Me people are walking, ting. Here what's going on. This is Ian Alleyne. And today, you know, I attended the funeral of my good friend Frankie Sammy. No photographs, but it's so sad. You know, it was really, really sad. I just went for a minute just to show my face. And Frank, we love you, boy. We love you. You will never forget you. We will never, the crew will never forget you. You know, Frank was in my circle. I never really had time to tell you so much about him, but remember, advertiser, those of you who want your product on Crime Watch, want to be seen all over the world, WhatsApp me on 294-4081. And I still have to call by the OSHA company. Thank you.
Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We're gonna hunt you down.